So we're looking at a report today with a title that sounds almost like a moody novel.
Right.
It's called The Eroding Horizon of American Consumer Confidence.
It's pretty dramatic.
Like it does, but this is hard economic data,
Yeah.
and it's flagging a really distinct shift in the national mood.
It really is. And the headline number here, I mean, you just can't avoid it.
What is it?
U.S. consumer confidence has dropped to its lowest level in 6 months.
Wow. 6 months?
And look, for anyone who tracks the markets, that isn't just a blip. It's a real signal.
Okay, so for this deep dive, our mission is to get past that headline.
Mm-hmm.
We want to understand what's mechanically driving that drop, and maybe more importantly, how this gloom is actually rewriting the playbook for how you are spending your money right now.
Exactly. The report identifies what it calls a triple threat.
A triple threat. Oh,
Yeah. So it's not one single smoking gun. It's the cumulative weight of rising prices, higher borrowing costs, and just general ongoing uncertainty.
That borrowing costs part feels really crucial here. It seems like we've moved from the initial, the shock of inflation to just the long grind of these interest rates.
That's a great way to put it. It's the persistence of it all.
Right.
It's one thing when, say, eggs are expensive for a month. It's a whole other thing when your mortgage rate, your credit card bill, and the grocery receipt are all squeezing you at the same time for over a year.
And that creates the uncertainty the report is talking about.
That's it. It's a perfect storm for anxiety.
And the text makes it really clear this isn't just people complaining around the dinner table.
Not at all.
This is showing up in actual behavior. At the grocery store, the gas pump, online.
We're seeing a definite pivot to what you might call defensive spending.
Defensive spending.
The strategy consumers are using is very specific. They're prioritizing the essentials, watching their budgets really closely, and this is the big one, they're delaying larger purchases.
Which just makes sense, right? If you aren't sure about the next 6 months, you don't buy the new car.
You fix the old one.
Exactly.
It's a shift from I want that to do I absolutely need that right now?
But this is where the source material kind of throws a curveball. We have this defensive crouch, all this gloom, and yet the report describes the job market as resilient.
It is the great economic paradox of our moment.
How so?
Well, usually low confidence tracks perfectly with high unemployment. If you lose your job, you obviously stop spending.
Of course.
But right now, people have jobs.
So why the long faces?
Because the paycheck just doesn't feel like it has the same power. The text explicitly says confidence is being tested by inflation and financial pressure despite the employment numbers. It's a security issue.
So you have the income, but it feels fragile.
Has fragile because the cost of living keeps eating away at it.
And that insecurity has to ripple upward, doesn't it? I saw the report mentions businesses are starting to get nervous too.
They have to. I mean, if you stop buying a new appliance because you're being defensive.
Then the appliance manufacturer sees softening demand.
Exactly. Then they might pull back on hiring or investment. It becomes a cycle. If customers are hesitant, businesses become hesitant.
So we're kind of stuck in this limbo.
Yeah.
The source describes it as balancing caution with resilience.
And that's a perfect description. The jobs provide the resilience, but the prices are providing all the caution.
A precarious balance.
Very.
Yeah.
And ultimately, consumer confidence is a leading indicator. It's not just a math problem. The report calls it a reflection of how people feel about their financial security and the road ahead. It's deeply psychological.
Which brings us to a pretty heavy realization, I think. We tend to think of the economy as this big machine that happens to us. But this report suggests the economy is actually responding to our own adaptation, to our hesitation at the checkout counter.
That's the real takeaway here.
So here's the question to leave you with. If the economy shapes itself around our collective hesitation, at what point does our feeling about the future actually override the data and determine the reality of it?
When does the feeling become the fact?
Exactly. Something to chew on. Thanks for listening to this deep dive.